All right. Give me a minute. Let me cut these fans off. And I'm going to get right with you. All right. All right. All right. Let me cut up this mic. Bring it over a little some. All right. Let me go in FL Studio. And go to this. All right. So, welcome to FL Studio. My name is Michael Mike, and I have this YouTube channel. So, for one of my newest subscribers, um, let me come over here because I hate this echo. Hold on. All right. Yeah, that's more clean. All right. So, a lot of y'all have gotten FL Studio. So, we're going to go over some beginning and basics. Now, you see this page here? This is the mixer. If you want to get around this right here, you click here, right here rather. Okay? This is where you'll lay your tracks for sequencing for the song length. This is the piano roll. This is where you do your beats. Click in that. Okay. This is back to the mixer. And this is the browser. Okay. Now, if it's on this, you like, well, how do I get back to where I was? Just click up here. If I'm on here, or if I'm on here, if I want to go back, click here. This at the top. This is your piano roll. It's everything. These right here. Okay. Now, this is the speed of your beat. This is the metronome. What I mean is this. Okay, see how it's running? It keeps count. It's called a metronome. Okay. This with the plus in it right here is for overdubbing. That means if you have a sound, you want to re-record over it, not replace it, but add to it. That's what that plus is for. Okay, this right here, this is for if you got a keyboard and you want to use the pitch bends and so forth. I'll be showing you more about that. Okay. Um, this is to arm record. Okay, this is stop, this play. Now, if you have something, let's give me an example. Okay, if I took these claps. Okay, 1 on 3, 1 on 7. Okay, so if I took them and I came over here, highlight that and put that here. Okay, if I play this, you're not gonna hear nothing. Okay, okay. Well, you'll hear the sequence that's coming from the pattern. Let me put it on here. Song. You know what I mean? If this wasn't here, you wouldn't hear nothing like this. Okay? So when I put this and put it here, now you hear the clap. Okay? How do you get rid of this? Right click. Alright. So now, this is the piano roll. The piano roll right here is where you will lay your melodies or keyboards or stuff or drums, anything. Okay? So, now, how does all this start? Okay? Let me get into a couple other things. And now, if you're having computer problems with your computer, you're playing and go, and it's like, man, okay. So, depending on the type of computer, okay, to cut that down, come up here to tools, go up here to macros, come down here, and to right here, uh, smart switch or smart disable um, for all right here. So you click that. So that's gonna give you more CPU usage and stop it from and acting stupid. It's gonna turn off the plugins. It's only the ones that you're gonna use. Okay, that'll save you CPU time. Now, when you're recording, you come up here to options and you got audio. When you record, depending on your computer or how low it go, with vocals or whatever. Well, the only thing about FL Studio, they came out with the first version of 24. This is 24, and they had a button that you hit over here on the mixer at the bottom. And when you click this, what's supposed to happen is your voice will be on time and not delayed. That's not happening right now. It was working, it's not now. Okay, so you go up here and you find your device up here. Okay, and then the next thing is right here. You click this, this your latency. All right, the further you go up, when you start doing tracks, you're gonna have to because it's gonna start going. All right, so either to solve this problem, you could start with vocals first and just have like a basic beat and then put the instruments around it. Or when you record, you're gonna hear what's called latency. So that's why I would get a focal right, focus right, or some type of interface to stop that problem. But when you try to broadcast, it's gonna act stupid. All right. So those are things that FL Studio need to get together. Okay. So we got how to get you some CPU time. All right. Now let's go back into how will we make beats. Okay, we'll come to this one. And this right here, this is where you put your beats at. So since we're at 130, this will be a trap beat. If we wanted a West Coast Snoop Dogg beat, it will be like 97, the metronome. Okay, so we're gonna line up a couple of things. Now I'm gonna show you something with this. Now, the thing about FL Studio, let me do some more things. Now, if you got some tracks, let's say like they clap. Uh, Let me go back up here to the pattern. Okay, let me put these claps back on 3 and 7. What do I mean by 3 and 7 for trap? If you want to try and trap beat, okay, this is 1 or 4, 2 or 4, 3 or 4, 4 or 4, 5 or 4, 6 or 4, 7 or 4, and 8 or 4. Easier way than that, this what you do. Because it's on 7, 3, and 7. Okay, just go to skip these black ones. Right here, hit this first one. Skip these red, skip these black ones. Just skip the black ones. And right here. It's that simple. Skip all 4 of these black ones, hit the first one. Skip all 4 of these black ones, hit the first one. Now when we play it, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's on 3 and 7. All right, so we got the clap. Now let's go into the instruments of FL Studio. Now with the clap, say if with the clap, let me play it. Okay, you see it here. Say if I wanted to add an effect to that clap. That's what these channels are for. They're for effects. So you click on and you going through all your effects. Okay, say if I wanted a delay. Okay, so let me see, where's my delay at? Let me see where you at. My delay. That's the EQ. Okay, let's go to Fruity Delay. All right, so if we come in here, Fruity Delay. Okay, now that's on that channel, right? So when we play, you're going to hear effect, the delay on the clap. Now the timer that you want it, cap. That's like eighth notes. If we come down, this will probably be 1/16. Let's say this. That's 16th one in. Okay, so you'll control the type 132. Okay. Now this is, I think, every quarter note. Let's go up one. Okay. So that gives you your different um, effects where you will put effects on. All right. Let me take this how you get rid of it with the delete. Okay. So now let's go back to the beat. So the claps is on 3 and 7. So I'm sure you wonder, well, where's the instruments? Very easy. Come up here to view, go to browser. All right. So I don't really like that clap. So I like this one more. Just drag it, drop it. It go from that clap to this one. That's how you change the sounds. All right. And that's how you'll look for your sound. Now your keyboard for making like slides, we'll get into that. Okay. So this is flex. Okay. How you gonna find that? Easily. You come up here to this, hit this plus, right click it. Oh, not right click. It's a left click. Okay. And then you can choose the keyboard. And I went and picked it out. I have a lot of plugins, but I picked out Flex. So if we go over here, FL Studio, there's Flex. Click on it, and that's this. Okay. Also, when you get FL Studio, you want to come up here to this, to store, and you'll see something up here that'll say free, and you click them so you'll load all these sounds in Flex, or else you're going to be short some sounds. All right, so you want to download all your sounds. Okay. Um, so let's say if we did a beat, okay, and so here go the keyboard. This is Citrus, they keyboards. Now, FL Studio is designed for EDM. So when it comes to trap and rap, you'd have to get your own sounds. And really be truthful, these sounds that's in here, they sound cheesy. You see, this is for EDM. So if you're doing trap beats, you're not going to be very pleased with this. Okay? And when we come here, okay, you really have to be an engineer or sound designer to really understand how this gonna go. So let's say we took guitars just for a trap beat. I use this one, this nylon here, and say we want to do a trap beat. So I come in here. This is the piano roll. This is very important. Okay. The first time I put a note, no matter where it is, we can start and see. Oh, I hate key of C, but it is what it is. All right. So this first note I place right here, okay, or it could be here, or it could be here, okay. That first note you hear is the key it's in, okay. So let's move this right up here to C sharp, okay. So you see this is C. When you go up to the black key, if you're going this way, it's sharp. If you're coming back down this way, it's flat. Okay? So this is C. This would be C sharp. This is D. This would be D sharp. Okay? E and F don't have nothing, and so do B and C. Okay? So E sharp would be F. Okay? This would be C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. This is E sharp is really F. Okay? F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, Remember I told you between B and C and E and F. You just treat them the same way. So B sharp is really C. Okay? So now that this is on C sharp, we have to set what's called the grid to in key, C sharp. So we come over here this arrow, we'll go to view, we'll come down there to scale and highlight. And I'm gonna play in a minor key. Rap is in a trap is in a minor key. So natural minor or Aeolian is the same thing. Okay. That still didn't change the grid. You have to go back again. Okay. Go to view. Come down to scale and highlighting. Then up here, I click. Let me go back. I click C sharp. Okay. Now the grid is in key. So I'll just make something basic. Okay. Now, for making minor chords, place one here. Skip this light spot. See, it's two of them. All right. So skip this one, leave that one. Skip this one, leave that one. Skip that one and place one here. Okay. We're going to do the same thing here. We'll just go down. Okay. Place one here. Skip this one, place one here. Skip this one, place one here. Skip this one and place one here. Okay. Now when we play this back, this is what you're going to have. Okay. Now, with this, okay, we want it to arpeggiate. Okay. So that means I'm going to take some off this. So how we do this, scoot this back, I believe, two, let me listen, okay. And we're going to bring this back to, and we're going to bring back this too. What I mean is, see this? There's two squares blanks. Then I place this. In front of this is going to be four of them. And this is going to be six of them. 2, 4, okay, and 6. So make it sound like this. All right? So we'll cut the short ends off so they don't veer into the other notes. We're going to perform the same thing. We're going to count 2 dots. 1, 2. Pull this back 2. Okay? See? 1, 2. Now we're going to pull this next one back 2 from this point. 2. All right? See? 1, 2, place. Now here, 1, 2. We'll put the last one. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Now we're going to shorten this, and shorten this. Okay. Now let's play this back. Okay. Now, like I titled this, beginner and pro. Okay. So once you've did this, if your computer is low, it's not that very strong, so you're gonna have to turn this into audio. The more you use MIDI, the more it's gonna use up that CPU. So you got to. But we're gonna talk pro. We can lead a sound like this, but nobody plays guitar, anything, and every note they hit the same hardness. So we have to do what's called proly, humanize it, make it feel like a human is playing this. So what we'll do is look at your fingers, okay? And so what I do is I change the amount of pressure. So I'm gonna start with this here, this one here, which is the second one. Okay, I'm gonna bring it down about here. Now, the third one, I'm gonna bring this just a little bit down further. The third one, I'm gonna bring down here. And this last one, which is your baby, let me pull this back. This right here, because it's your last finger, and so I'll do that. Now I'm gonna do the same to this. I'll bring this one down the most, almost. I'll bring this down, and I'll bring this one under that, just like that one. Okay, and this is called humanizing. So when I play this, it's gonna start to sound like a person is playing a human. Now, I'm not through yet. We got to humanize it. So now I'll come over here, and what I'll do is we'll come to this one. We're going to go to strum. So this strum is going to even humanize it more. So I lose just a little of it. How you do is move this. It'll when you move it, it'll move these beginning ones back like we did this, and you control how far the notes will come from here extended. Okay, so I use a little. Now, let's play this back. It's going to sound even better. Okay, now, since we did these two, so what we'll do is come over here. If you got a short computer and it's not doing that well, okay, come over here, right click. Let me see. No, we're gonna, okay, we're gonna take these claps off, and I'm gonna show you why. Now, we click over here to this. We put that guitar usually right here. All right. Drums is going to fill up this. So now what I do is come up here and I tell this I want to quick render this or audio clip, okay, or um, render and replace. This is if your computer is short, okay. So quick render. Okay. Now click here to audio. As soon as you do that, wow, they fixed this. That's a good thing. So now I can play this right here. And I can mute this. All right. Now watch. Wait. Let me click this down here so it'll play this. All right. And all right. And then you can just either take this back here, and you can't with this. You just come up here with this. This is a razor. Cut it to the right side. You can multiply it. Now, your MIDI is here, still here. Okay? So your MIDI is right here. Okay? And your rendered audio is this here. Now, when doing this, make sure you do everything first. And there's some other steps. It would just take longer for me to tell you. Okay? So now we have this. Okay? So now, from this, we need a bass line. So let's go back to the pattern. Okay? And with the pattern, we're going to come up here and go to all. So it show rendered and as well as the MIDI. Now, I'm still using the MIDI because I need a bass line. Okay? So when we come here, I got to look at the bottom notes. So the bottom notes is always going to give you your bass line. Okay? So your bass line is C sharp and G sharp. Okay? So highlight them, Control C as in Charlie to copy. Now you need a bass, a sub bass, a trap bass. So to get a trap bass, you're going to have to come in here. You're going to load up 3X OSC. Okay? Now, I know on videos, and this is the thing I'm telling you, A lot of people telling you stuff on video and they're giving you wrong information. So this is why you want to know how to do stuff and learn right. Come to this channel. You're free to go to any channel you want to. I'm just saying. All right. Now you click this here, and this is what people do. They come over here to this envelope. Let me see, is it this one? Yeah, this one. And this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna turn all these off. Okay. And I think, let me see, which one was they doing? No, they was doing this. Turn the hold up. Okay. And this is how they gonna do it. Okay. This is wrong information. And I'm gonna show you in a minute. So let's create the sub. Okay. Let's go over here. Let's turn this all the way down. Okay. So it's gonna go from this. Now watch when I turn it. And they tell you all the way down here. That's still wrong information. Now, the reason why is because when we come over here, when I got the attack up here, okay, the thing about it is I don't want it punchy like that. I want to let the sound of the woo, I want to let it come in. But with the attack, that's more for a hi-hat or something to quick. It's not something that's going boom. I want the to come in. So I'm gonna open the attack and shape this myself properly. But first, let us lay a baseline. And so another thing, when we're doing this, we don't need these names. Nylon K2. No, we just call this GTR, guitar, nylon. Oh, okay. Now, we're going to come here where this is. And we're going to rename this sub bass. Now, we're going to do this in small capital letters because when we get to run into what's called a bus, we're going to capitalize them. That's the reason why. Another thing, you have to color code them. Okay? So, we'll be going through this. So now, the bass line, I want that on channel 2 because we got to keep the kick and the sub bass together. That's always. So hold control and push the arrow up. All right. So let me restart doing this. Okay, this clap I like because I'm going to have to replace some of these sounds. They sound terrible when you first use them. Okay, go up here to rename. Okay, and put clap, lowercase. Okay, so that's the clap. Okay, let me see what kind of hats these is. Now, if you want your hi-hats, you can click them in, or you just right-click and go here, fill each two. Now, it's spread at the hi-hats all over. Look. All right, so you see that. So, I like them hats. Okay, so I don't need 8 add hats. You just want hat. Okay, short, simple. So when people engineer get it, they don't need to hear all that. They just need to hear what they want. Okay, this snare, I have to teach y'all. A lot of snares that y'all come in here and you peek out, y'all not knowing them are tops or bottom. You have the top of the snare and the bottom. A lot of y'all, it takes them both together to create a snare. It takes the back of the bass drum and the front of it to create a kick. I have that on the program, Stephen Slate Drums. You have to watch my tutorials. Back to the ranch. Okay, so this snare I don't like. I'd have to build on it, and that's another program. So I'll come in here, and I'll come in here, and I'll go get a replacement snare. I'll take this first one, drag it, and drop it right here. Okay? It's a more better sound one. Now I can name this snare. All right, enter. All right, we good. Now, so far the drums are taken care of. So, highlight, hold, shift, and control. Highlight them at once. This is the color them all at once. Left click, come down here to color selection, choose gradient. Okay, I want my drums green. Okay, so click the first one green, click the last one, and tell it green too. Okay, so we'll throw that there. Now, the bass is going to be with kick, so I want it. This is how you want to change the single color. Change color. Now, this green is here, okay, and the thing I wanted out of that is this green. Push accept. Let me go back and do it again because I forgot to do something. Change colors. So we're going to go back with this green, but I'm going to darken it. I'm going to darken it some. All right. All right. Better yet, I'll just lighten up the other ones. Hold control shift. All right, go back over here. Gradient. Okay. Green. Lighten it up. Okay. So now we'll see how everything is. Let me go over here and adjust this last asshole. There we go. All right. And you look like you needed to. All right. So we got them colored. Now, do this in the beginning. Because if you don't, you're going to have to do this in the end. It's going to be tiring. Okay. So the next technique in making this trap beat, we want the bass. So what we're going to do, since we copied that, we're going to right click, go to the piano roll. Just like you get there, up here, you can do that here. Click on that. You see, it's already the piano what I played. So it's here too, right? So I'm going to push Control and V to paste, and you see it's in here. Now, let's play this back, but we're going to have to come in here and change something. It's going to sound crazy. Okay, so you see how this 808 is sounding. Okay, we have to turn it into the 808. First of all, we need to come in here, hold Control A to highlight it all, and then hold Control and go down another octave. Okay, let's hear this back. Okay, now we still have to turn this into a sub. So we'll come over here and we use distortion like rock guitars. We go to Fruity Fast Distort. Okay, let's see. Fruity Fast Distort right here. Okay, now we'll add this and you hear that sub sound. Okay, we're gonna drop this one more octave. This bass. Control A, Control and down one more. Now, let's try this. Go up one. Now, let's go over here to this OS3. from this sub here. Let me hear this. Wait a minute. Yeah, I put Fruity Fast Distorted on the wrong one. That's the problem. My bad. All right. Let's copy that to another channel. Just drag under there to here. Now let's hear it. All right. Now we're going to control how much we want. Now, let's drop it another octave. Control A to highlight. All right, let's go here. Now it's too much of this. All right, so let's control it. Okay, that's with FL Studios. Now, you can do this if you want to just a little bit more. Like this plugin I'm about to use, I'm just using a basic stuff. Or you could take FL Studio EQ. Let's see, where are you? Right here. This here. And you can make it bassier. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm gonna shut the guitar off. I'm gonna take this to 120 because that's the buzz of it, of the guitar. Okay, 120. I'm gonna raise it. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is change this to 4,000 rather. This is gonna give me presence. It's gonna make it stick out. Now I can come over here and put this on 60. Okay, for the bass. Now, if I want to, I can make it even heavier. But this is why I use, let me turn this off. I use this plugin. Go to Plugin Alliance. It's free. It's called Sublab. Okay? Sub filter. The best thing to use is Sublab. All right. Now with this, This is a beast. All right. So the low end, okay, and we're gonna make this at 60. Okay. Now let's play this. Listen to this. See what this plugin do? It's a monster. Okay? But if you don't have it, this is free. Plugin Alliance. They're gonna give you, I think, 10 or 20 free plugins. All of them are good. All right? So this bass can't be like this. We have to create movement. All right? Not just boom, boom. Nobody plays bass like that. So we want to change things around a little bit. Now we can play with the ands. Okay? You can make one of these shorter. Like this. Count 5 up. This is 0. 1, 2. This is 3. It's 4. This is 5. Fifth up. Now I can make this a fifth up. I think it was right about here. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see. 5 and 10 will be. This is G sharp. And 10 will be G sharp here. So this is just a. This is G sharp right here. And this is G sharp here. You just put it up an octave from one place to the another one, up 12, count up 12, it's called an octave. So let's see how this sounds. All right, now let me cut some of this down. It's a little too loud. Now, with this hi-hat here, same thing. Right here. Nothing is played at the same volume. Tip, tip, tip at the same hardness. So what I have to do is called humanize. Now, what I'm going to do is leave one up, one down. Look, one up, one down. 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 Now listen how this sounds. Notice, you see these notes? See this dark line? If I place a note here, where it's light at, it's in key. If I place one here, it's out of key. Okay? These is out of key. So, what I have to do is highlight them all, and I can bring them down to That A or just down one. All right. Hold, select, and just come down once. And now these in key. Now, if I want to pull them down a little more, hold select, come down to that G sharp. Let me see. E, F sharp, G. Yeah, right here. Now, you know how you hear that the triplet? You just put one right here. Wait. Control Z to undo. Okay, let me touch it first. And now, you can put one here. It's going to make that tittit. Now, what we're going to do is spice up the hi-hat some. This control right here allows you to do all kind of stuff. Go here to pitch. Okay, now we can change the pitch of them. Okay, and so also before I do that, let's go back to velocity. This triplet, oh, this could work. This could work. Matter of fact, it came out cool. Let me just a little bit down. Okay, let's go back to pitch. Go down there to fine pitch, note fine pitch. Click on it. And now I'm just going to start to bend the notes up. See this here, you here, you here. All right, let's see this. Okay, next, let's add a clap. Claps is going to come on 3 and 7. Remember, not this black group or these 4, but the next one on the first one. Not this one, but the next one on the first one. Now the clap's on time. Let's play this. Now put some kicks. Okay, always start on the first one. Okay, what I'm gonna do is this: one on the first one, one on the third of the red one. Let me see. I think. Let's hear this back. Okay, now these sounds that you got inside of FL Studio, These keyboards and stuff, they trash. They're meant for EDM. They It's only so many trap beats you're gonna get out of it. Very few. That's something they need to change. Okay, so I'm gonna use this is very useful. It's very good. Hybrid. Now, what I'm gonna let it do, I'll let it copy. Mm, I'll let it copy this. Uh, no, I'm gonna let it copy the bass. Okay, so we're gonna Control A, Control C to copy, and I'm just gonna come down here to hybrid. Let me give it a number. Right click, go to piano roll, Control V is in Victor. Okay, now I'm just gonna go find it, some sounds. This is like a texture or something to accompany it. Let's say something. All right, but I gotta remember, since that's the bass, I have to raise the octave up. It's too low. I think right there will be all right. Then we just find the sound. All right. So, the same thing with them. Okay. Let's hear it. Let me mix. When you mix, you start off with just the kick and the bass. There's some other things you do, but I'm just trying to show you on this. If you want to know more, watch the tutorials. I'm going over some basics of FL Studio because I have a subscriber that asked me to do this. All right, so we're going to start mixing with the kick and the sub bass. Now, when you add plugins, they do turn up the volume. So we're going to turn them off. down a little. Now I'm shutting these off to put these against each other. All right, now when you do mix, also, let me go back over this. Mix it with some mono. Take this, turn it all the way to the right. So it comes out of one speaker. So if it sounds good in one speaker, it's going to sound excellent out of two. Now, hi-hat has too much, which means legato. I want it shortened. So you left click, turn up the out. Okay. See, it's much cleaner sounding. Now turn this back to where it's supposed to be. Now let's hear it. Okay, so let's see what else. Another thing about FL, you have this EQ, use it. Okay, you're gonna see this is gonna come out a little bit more cleaner. You know how to use it. Watch my series and I'll show it to you. Now, next thing you're going to do is this. Okay, so we get into about the end. You take your piece of this, right click, put a separator. Okay, right here, this is what you're going to do. You're going to add this right here. You're going to call P. You're going to use capital letter P. Wrong alphabet. P C O M P. This stands for parallel compression. And you can use FL Studios. I really don't care for it. This is one of the worstest compressors ever. But it worked. Okay. And right here, we'll give, let me see. We're going to have to move you back some. Because let's see. Drum space 3. So we hold Alt. Yeah, you become the third. After this will be effects. Let me see. I'll move you back one more. Okay. Because we're going to make buses. Now, hold on. So we know this, nylon guitar. And let me just name this texture. Okay. Now we got to give these a separate color. I'll let you do a random. No. Do another random. No. You ugly. Alright. And we'll give you a random. No. What color I want? No. Okay. This is the rendered one. But I'm just using the MIDI. I just showed you how to turn everything up. Because all of this is going to have to be turned into, we're getting there. Okay. So, now that I got this, now, we have to do what's called make a buzz. Okay. And let's move this one alt and up. Okay. We'll call this 6. Okay. Come here and scroll, left click and scroll all the way down. Come up here to this EQ mixer rather. Right click. Come right here. Right channels. Starting from this track. Okay. Now it's colored them this way and named them. When you're working over here, it doesn't say this. You don't know what's on what track. All right, let's see. See, everything is all here. Now, what we got to do is come over here. This one here. You're going to have to name this. This is where you capitalize your letter. Drum bus. Okay. And right here, we'll give it a color. I'm going to give it that same light green. So I know that this is the drums, the bus for the drums. Let's copy the color. Next one will be bass bus. Okay, we're gonna give it that darker green. Okay, and then we'll do the next one. These are instruments. This is music bus. Oh, my bad. Okay, let's give it this color. We'll just take this. All right, just for now, you can do any color you want for that last one. So now all the drums, left click, hold control and shift to highlight more than one. Run all of these to the drums. Route to this track only. Go to the bass, same thing. Route to this track only. Highlight these little instruments right here. And go right here to music. Route to this only. All right. So when you play, you'll see these coming here. Let's play them. Another reason why we make bus, because I can shut these off. Now I can just mix drums. I was just checking the levels so I can mix now everything. And then you'll use compressors and stuff in this and run all three to one bus. Now parallel compression, you'll run, okay, let me bump it back one more. Okay, now for all these, you run these to one bus, and it's called a mix bus. Okay, so you highlight all three, hold shift and control, and route to this one only. Oh, wait a minute. Let me take it off that. Oh, okay, now. Now, all of these tracks from the buses is running to one mix bus. Let's play this. Now, parallel compression. Let's run that into this this route to this track. We don't want only. Okay. Now we're going to come over here. Wait a minute. What did I do? Okay. You come off there. And so that's what I get for not coloring it. Let's do that. Nah, let's give you red. Okay. So all of these. Okay, let me check this. You don't go here. Okay. Now, we're going to take this mix bus and route to this track. Now, I'm going to feed the parallel compression. It makes things thicker. It comes from New York. All right, let's hear it. Oh, not this one. This one goes back up. It's this one. Now we're going to feed it into it. Let me set it. Hold control and move the wheel, and the number should. Let me see. Don't set. Don't. I think it. That's dumb. You should be able to type it. FL Studio. You should be able to type it in. This doesn't make sense. Well. I want to set my own release because this is the wrong release. All right, let's go. This with it off. Now let's add. Anytime you use the compressor, what it's going to do is going to take away the little sound a little. So you have to enhance it back. I think Fruity has an enhancer, which is a distortion. Let me see, CD. E. Let me see, I think I've seen it. Limiter. Let me see. Limiter, filter, distort. No, you just a pain. Here you go. But this is to bring back some of the transients. even though, you know what, I can't function with this. This is garbicho. Let me replace this. I could use just a fruity distortion. It'll do better than that. Let me do that. Fruity fast distort. There we go. We'll just turn it down a little and feed it into it. Now notice its range is -6, and that's excellent for master. Another thing about FL Studio, when you cut the thing on, you start messing around, y'all like it sound good? No, it sound like trash. I'm gonna tell you why. Right here. This is the problem, the culprit. This is always up. It's gonna make your track sound messed up because this saturator is a piece of crap. It's sad. I'm gonna show you a saturator. Let's hear it. It does nothing but mess your mix up. Hear that? Now I'm gonna take it off and watch how clear it sounds. Okay, this is FL's limiter. So what we're gonna do is I wanna do this. I wanna let the beat in because we're listening to it. And I'm gonna check the release. The release, you have to watch my videos. And I'm doing this for a purpose. Okay? So let's play this. And I'm gonna copy. To the compressor. Now, what else you want to do? I could go more into that limiter, but this will be too long of a video. Okay, so after that, also on here, yes, you can master. Okay, in FL Studio, it's called Maximizer. Multi-brand, no, Maximus. All right, I have to come over here. Maximus. Don't even start. Maximus. There we go. This is FL Studio mastering machine. All right. So what we'll do is come over here to this limiter. Where the fuck I put the limiter? Where I put that limiter? Okay. And I'm gonna copy. And I'm gonna come over here to the maximizer, Maximus rep. And I'm gonna paste this setting here. All right. And I'm gonna come back over here again. And I'm gonna copy this sustain. So I can take it back here. And I'm gonna face. All right. Now, what you're gonna do? Solo this. Let's deal with the low end display. Now you're gonna pick out from this range here. See, it's moving around. This is gonna tell about the high. Okay. I can do this a whole different ways. I can make the kick more punchier by controlling the attack. But what I'll do is just go back to the limiter. All right, and I'll just copy. All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna copy they sustain. So a lot I can do. Change different things around. All right. You're gonna keep it basic. Okay. Now let's play. Now I go to the next one. I'm gonna copy these same settings. This is to the mids. Copy the sustain. Now I'm gonna carve out where I want it to start. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the highs. Copy. I could set them faster if I wanted. Okay, I'm going to go back and copy, sustain. Okay. Now, and I can bring this down to 1.5. Minus 1.5. All right. Now let's play it. Take solo off. I'm gonna put a saturator on. Let's see which one I want to use. Big Al. Let me see which one is you. The Neo Big Al. Now this is gonna give it some thick end. So for each of these, this board doesn't come with a shadow strip, meaning it doesn't have the studio with all the knobs in it. So either you'd have to do like this, you'd have to go over here. You can go to Waves, you can go to Plug-in Alliance, UAD, um, whatever company you want to go to. You're gonna need something that emulate the sound. So here's the Plug-in Alliance BX E channel. Okay, you put this on all your channels, including your bus channels. It's amazing to sound great with that kick. So there's so much we can do with all of this. I hope this tutorial has been something. I hope you learned something from it. But that's basically the way to get started in FL Studio. Okay. I didn't want to move on to too much stuff, just to give you an idea of what's going on, how to route your stuff. And these extra channels right here, parallel compression, you add reverb, you add delay here. Because the track is dry, some of the instruments don't have everything on it. And this is the way to making it sound like everybody's playing the instruments is playing in the same room. All right. So there's quite a few things to learn. Now, you have to go through that with the SSL and a couple of other things like I did. If you don't do this, when you get, there's another one. Let me hit on one more thing. That's panning. I don't see you doing that. It's purpose in it. All right. Let me just show you something with these drums and what the effect the panning and effects can do. Let's just play the drums. Okay, everything's fighting for the middle. So let's think if I'm on the drum set and I'm playing a hi-hat, this part, this is the hi-hat. That's the hi-hat. So if I play drums, it's to the left. Call it 11 o'clock. So let's turn the pan to 11 o'clock. But you're going to pay more to your ears than 11 o'clock. Alright, between 10 and 11. Now let's listen to drums. Now, let me put these snares in. 1, 2, 3, and 7. And I know I'm going to have to cut it down because I'm going to have to mix these two, the snare and the clap together. All right. Now, let's do this. Okay. Now, with this, we can just add for movement, fruity, panamatic. This for they're just not sitting straight. They'll move around in your head. This is the kind of stuff you learn on this channel. Put it on pan. Speed I want it to do. Now I'm gonna cut the drums out and let's listen to the keyboard. Here we're going back and forth. Now let's listen to it without. It's just playing. No, let's create movement. Make it a little faster. All right, now let's add everything with movement. All right, this is Michael Mike. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'll be back on finishing up the Lynch Mob rap group apps, Ice Cube's rap group. Lynch Mob, I'm going to be bringing him in this week or not, next week to start on his album. All right, hope this has been a good one. Hey, I'm out. Go to the next video. See y'all.